Hi Cancerians, this is going to be your video. Thank you guys so much for having patience with me all this time. I've been feeling super under the weather, but I am just glad to have gotten at least the water elements done here. It makes me feel accomplished, so. I'm not good at staying at home and being in bed all day. I mean, believe me, I can lounge all day, but I'm a really bad sick person. Like, I just can't relax. So, Cancer. So, I feel like you guys are stepping into a new platform here. You guys have completed something as well. You guys are in the process of stepping into, I should say giving birth to something new, but you're in the process of coming into yourself. You're coming into your essence. You're coming into your power. You're stepping into the divine being that you are. Is really what this comes down to, is you're stepping into that energy, and you're doing it very passionately. There is something with pregnancy here, so be careful if that's not on your to-do list. Be careful, because there is very fertile energy that's here. There's also a strong connection to just feminine energy, like divine feminine energy here. There's a very strong connection here. I feel like you're in the process of creating something new that you've been pondering about, but it's like you had to complete something before you could step into whatever this is. You're also coming to the close of like a chapter in your life, and I did get this with Scorpio too, where it's like you're coming to an ending of a chapter, and you've been victorious over that. So now you get to cultivate something new from your experiences. There is some anxiety that is present here. It might be like, what do I do? Where do I go? How am I supposed to get through this part of my life? There is the Angel of Love here, which this is always a guide card for me. This is like my cue to say, like, your guides are with you. They're guiding you. They love you. There's unconditional love around you. So even though you might be going through like a lot of emotional turmoil right now with anxiety, depression, whatever the case may be, you might be up late at night crying, nightmares. It's all okay, because you're actually being cradled. You're being held by your guides. And it's like this rose quartz colored heart here is just kind of like a reassurance of, like, you know, everything's going to be okay. You're going through some type of healing. In the background, you actually don't see how successful you truly are. There's like a blindness, where it's like the only thing that you can see is the anxiety and all the negative emotions, but actually in the background, what other people might be seeing is you successfully doing something or moving forward from something, conquering something. So we do have the All Tied Up card, but it actually flipped in my hand when I pulled it out. So that tells me that you've been released from something that's been keeping you stuck. You've released yourself. So you have door to value as well. So you could be stepping into a new position. You could be getting a job. You could be going after a new career field. Whatever it is like, whatever you're about to step into and work towards, you're going to have to take action towards it. You're going to actually have to put in the work. But it's going to be very successful, whatever it is. Whatever it is that you're going after is going to be very financially successful. You're going to be very stable. You're going to have all of your needs are going to be met. Now, remember, I said needs, not wants. Your needs will be met, not your wants. Those are two different things. Strength. So yeah, they're saying have strength during this time right now, because you might feel left out, you might feel isolated, you might feel very in your feelings, but have strength to pull through this situation, because again, with the strength card, I've heard some people say, and myself say, because every time I see the strength card, it always reminds me that, like, the devil was, like, right behind it. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was a reason why you needed strength to pull through in a situation, because you could have been dealing with a lot of toxicity. The name Ariel is actually coming to me. I'm not sure what that means. You have the Lover's card and the Three of Cups. So there's a decision that you're going to have to make. Could have to do with a reunion or a celebration, where it's like something's going to be offered, or you're going to meet a new group of people that are going to offer you something. You have Judgment with the Nine of Cups. So it's like you're going to have to make a choice no matter which way you look at this. You're going to have to make a choice about what it is that you want to go after when it comes to your wish fulfillment. Something is going to bring you emotional fulfillment, but it's like how are you going to go after it? Because you have the Five of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Fool, which is literally what I just said. How are you going to go after this? You see what I'm saying? Like, you have all this passion, you have the Fool here, and it's like now is your chance. Like, you have to think, like, what is it? What steps are you going to take to get towards this? You could be entering in a competitive field for work, but this is more or less like internal for me, because it's like, do you want to take this leap of faith? Do you not want to take this leap of faith? Do you want to take this leap of faith? Do you not want to take the leap of faith? There's a lot of outside people here, so again, maybe competition is part of it, but you have the passion, and it's saying hang on to that passion. We have the Nine of Wands. You have 9-9. So this is releasing something so that you can go after your wish fulfillment. There's something that you need to release, and it could have to do with people, places, or things, where it's like you got to release something. There's a choice that you have to make. You have anxiety over it, but you know something could be prosperous. There's going to be some type of opportunity that's presented to you from a group of people. Even a business, it could even be a place of employment, that could be a group of people. And it's like you're going to have to make a judgment call. What is it that you want? Wish fulfillment, dreams come true. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's a dreamy energy. It's something you've been dreaming of. But you have to release something in order to take this. You have the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So that's interesting. The Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. If you were feeling financial difficulties, you're not going to anymore. Like, you're going to come out of that, because you're going to come out of the Five of Pentacles. You're going to go straight to the Nine of Pentacles, which is being comfortable. It's like whatever it is, you've had to work to get there. You've gone through a lot of mass change too. You have 55 on the board. I feel like, if anything, I'm not picking up so much on romance and love, oddly enough. This is more or less, like, for you. Where it's like you might have anxiety over, like, a job change, or, like, going after what you truly love and what your passion is. But they're saying, like, trust the process. Like, don't let the anxiety get the best of you, because whatever it is that you're pursuing, you have the passion and the drive to do it, but you have to release something in order to, like, lighten up your load. And if you've been feeling financially constricted, you're not going to anymore, because you're going to step into a place of being comfortable. Yeah, you have the Chariot card here, so it's like you're moving very quickly towards something. You're not feeling tied up. You're actually feeling the opposite. It's like all of a sudden, instantaneously, you feel like released from everything, and it's like all of a sudden you get this burst of energy to go after what your desires are, what your dreams are, what your passions are, and I feel like that's where your main focus is, because I'm not really picking up on a whole lot of love here. It's more or less like, okay, how can I get from plan, like, A to B? Like, how can I get my things together, my life together? What are my goals? What are my dreams? not saying that somebody's money driven, but it's like the focus right now for sure for someone is career. And it's like, am I making the right decision to go towards something? I do feel like there is going to be an opportunity of love that comes through a career, because you're going to meet new people. And these people are going to be like good people who you're going to connect with. And there's something that's protected about the choice, because with the Lover's card here, that again, as much of a decision it also kind of signals that there's a soulmate connection somewhere in the course of this. So as you focus on your career, you might actually run into somebody and you're like, oh shit, like, I didn't think I would catch feelings, or I didn't think I would be ready for this. Like, it's when you least expected type of situation. Because the energy is present, it's just not on the board. Which that, for me, is a sign, for me, that something's, like, right around the corner. Like, surprise! Like, bet you didn't think you were going to run into this. Like, kind of like one of those situations. Where it's not negative, it's more or less, like, preparing you. That's interesting. You're being guided towards something, absolutely 100% for sure. And it's something that you are excited about going after. It's like you're excited about going after it. It's like a dream job, dream come true. Yeah, 4 of Wands with the 8 of Pentacles. That's building a foundation. That's a new area of study. That's investing in something new to build structure, foundation. Like, this is being, like, all around content. This is, like, having it made. Like, just content. Like, I've got my foundation. You could even start a business, and you're like, I'm good. Like, I'm golden. Like, I have my foundation built. I'm saving money. I'm working on myself. I'm independent with the 9 of Pentacles. I have passion. I'm, came out of the 5 of Pentacles. Now I feel prosperous. I feel like I have enough. I'm feeling abundant. It's like you're stepping into that mindfulness abundance, which is beautiful, because it's like you're going after something new. You're going after something new, like clear as day. You could even decide to go back to school. And it's like you meet somebody in the course of, like, studying. Like, maybe a couple months down the road, maybe a couple years down the road. Energy is not... You can't put a time on energy, So you could have just started, like, a semester in college, and you're like, oh, I want to meet somebody. But, like, in all actual reality, maybe you're meant to work on your career for a little bit first and figure that out. And then by the time you figure out what major you want to go in, you might meet somebody in your major. Because if you switch, like, 3 different times in your majors, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you have to go through that, and then the last one that you pick, where it's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Then all of a sudden it's like you meet somebody, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I would have never have met this person if I wouldn't have taken the time to think about what I want. So yeah, that's really what I see here. This is very successful. Like, I can't really go much deeper into this because it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Even though you might have some anxiety right now, you're totally protected and nothing's holding you back. Like, you're nurturing and you're cultivating something new, and it's going to be very successful and very prosperous for you. And that's really what the message is keep doing what you're doing. So I hope that these messages helped. And I wish you all the best, and I can't wait to connect in the future. Take care.